Hey guys, what's up? It's Bella from Earth Angel Restorative Therapy and Healing. I hope that everybody had an amazing new year and an amazing start to the new year. I'm here with a weekly reading, and I wanted to focus my readings on instead of just general maybe energy forecasts. I really want to focus on breakthroughs, and because I feel like a lot of people with the awakening and the ascension process, that they might need help with their own breakthroughs and their own, ascension and their own spiritual journeys. So I wanted to do weekly breakthrough forecasts just to kind of see the energies that are kind of available, and then how to break through the mold of who you thought you were, who you think you have to be, maybe, and maybe some guidance on that, maybe how to do that, or maybe the advice that's coming through on how you can do that, an easier way to handle that. So so I want to do that for weekly breakthrough forecasts. So this weekly breakthrough forecast is going to be from January 6th through the 13th. Before I get started on the reading, just wanted to mention again, anybody interested in QHHT, let me know. You can comment below, and then I'll get back to you. Or you can visit my website, www.earthangelrth.com. So check it out there. You can also check out all of the other services that I do have. So let's get started. I'm going to be using I shuffled, I've prayed over them, I've asked all of the light beings that usually assist me to come through, the archangels, the angels, the divine, and Jesus, who's my homie, to come through and assist only those beings that are from love and light, and just to assist on this breakthrough forecast and how to assist you on your journey. The overall energy is the healer of the ages. So we'll see how that ties in. And then the other deck that I'm using, just giving it another shuffle-roo. The other deck that I'm using is the tarot deck, the zombie tarot deck. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start with the current energies first. Like what's going on in the energy field? What are you possibly going through, or what's possibly in store for you? And then I'll pull some more cards that will talk about your breakthrough, how to help you with your breakthrough. Because breakthrough isn't something that happens. It's not like an isolated one-time event. It's a lot of little steps. It's a lot of, repetition, and it's a lot of little steps that kind of culminate, come together, and all assist and achieve this breakthrough. So, first card we have is the Hermit, Major Arcana card, Major Energy card here. So this is kind of like a big energetic pull at the moment in your life. So the Hermit, we have the Eight of Hazards, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Hazards, Two of Pentacles. So, all right. So the Hermit card is it is about isolating yourself in an effort to, and not maybe isolation. I was gonna say it's kind of a strong word, right? Because it kind of is, but essentially it is kind of like that. And I'll show you the card. This woman here is on her couch. She's kind of doing her own thing. It seems to be happy. She's reading a book. What does it say? It says, it says WTF. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my speech this week is not okay. It says WTF wisdom, which I was going to mention that, usually it's a period where you kind of distance yourself from the outside world, from people, from everybody, in an effort to, it's a period of learning. You're learning things. You are trying to answer a set of questions. Life could be deep life questions, or just, I just feel like being alone right now. There's something that I really am focused on, and I need to kind of use this time alone. And when I'm ready to come out, then I'll come out, right? So and you can see, these people are, she's boxed these people up like, nope, I'm good. I need to be alone right now. And I'm happy. I'm happy being alone. I'm happy finding the wisdom that I need to find. And I know that once I'm ready, I will, exit from this period in my life. So then we have the 8 of Hazards, which is the 8 of Coins, or 8 of Pentacles. And so, okay, so the 8 of Hazards, and I'll show you the card. It's that. So we see a head, a severed head. In this thing, it says do not open. So kind of feeling stuck is the immediate initial feeling that I get from this card. Okay, so as I said, kind of feeling stuck. So with the 8 of Hazards, it's really talking about, it's like this guy, this head is kind of stuck in this tank. But it's kind of like that's where your mind is. Your mind is kind of stuck doing the same thing, maybe following the status quo, doing the same thing day in and day out. And so this card is here offering, a new approach. It's offering a new idea that can spark something, coming up with something new, just new. You're stuck, and this card is here saying you're stuck because you haven't found the way out yet. Kind of being stuck in here because you haven't found the way forward yet. You haven't found what is needed to get yourself out of this tank. Maybe you'd have to think outside of the box, or if you're like this character, you need to think outside of the tank in order to get out of the same rut that you're in. But maybe, you're gonna need this time alone, away from people, away from everybody in your ear telling you what to do, because maybe following other people's advice is maybe what got you here. And if not, maybe, following these people's advice is what's keeping you stuck here. But really needing to take the time to yourself, to be by yourself, to offer this new approach to get out of this rut, that you seem to be in, that you seem to find yourself in. And then this last card here, just for the current energies, is the 2 of Hazards, right? So it's initially, this will be about balance, but, in this deck, they can have a little bit of different meanings. So, traditionally, I'll use the traditional card. You have this figure holding 2 pentacles, 2 coins, or 2 hazards, and it's kind of like the card talks about balance, finding a balanced approach in the middle of, chaos, in order for you to be able to move forward, because life is about balance, right? Um, this card is kind of like, yep, you'd still have to try to achieve that delicate balance, you know, in life, but it's also it's like a calling card. Like, you know what, don't worry, help is on the way. Somebody's on the way to help you, you know, to relieve some pressure. Just keep on keeping on, type of thing, you know. And so maybe a few, you know, of you might feel like, well, I need to be alone and I need to figure this out, but I can't because I don't have time to myself. I don't, you know, I can't sit down for 2 seconds without, I need help. And so this card is here saying, like, you know what, you know that, I feel like it's from the divine, and it's saying, like, you know, we understand that you've got, you know, day-to-day responsibilities, you have work, you have, you know, things that you have to do. Don't despair, don't give up, you know, help, we're gonna send help your way. Your job is to be able to balance your work, your family, if you have one, your health, until, you know, some relief is sent out, because I feel like that's what's being said, and help is on the way. So okay, so let's find, so how can you balance? What is this breakthrough advice? How can we break through this day-to-day rut? How? Also, it could say, you know, another meaning could be by spending some time alone, by making that maybe sacrifice, because sometimes it is a sacrifice. Sometimes we have to sacrifice things in order to have 10 minutes alone, whether that's sleep, whether that's, you know, getting the kids, I don't know, up earlier, or sent to school earlier, or to daycare earlier, or let's see, how do we break through? Where's the breakthrough here? Where is the breakthrough? Very interesting, because the 10 of Hazards came out. So the 10 of Pentacles came out, and this card was in last week's reading. So I feel like this is still saying, like, the current energy is feeling stuck. And I feel like this is financially. You're feeling stuck financially. How do I get out of this? How do I alleviate some of this financial burden? How do I move forward, knowing that I just can't afford everything? How do I do this? How do I do that? You know, and it's definitely saying, you know, hey, you're gonna need some time by yourself. That's the only way you can get through it, because by you doing this day in and day out, your head is not where it should be to really receive the information, the help that you need, right? You're gonna need some time to yourself to be able to receive the answers that you need to be able to move forward and get you out of this financial situation, this just feeling like you're stuck, you're paycheck to paycheck, you're not seeming to, you know, get your debt down and to move forward. And so, you know, definitely have the balanced approach, you know, don't throw in the towel despite how much you want to do that. You know, take it a day at a time, balancing your responsibilities. So next set of cards, because I just wanted to kind of go over the energies that I'm feeling. So the breakthrough, how to get out of this, how to get out of this situation, how to think outside of the tank, the box. The 10 of Hazards again is here, right? Interesting that it's here a second time, for a second time. And I feel like this is really saying, during your moment alone, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute, really just focus on what it is, seeing in your mind's eyes, what it is that you want to accomplish given financial security. If you were given $300,000, $1 million, what is it that you and your life would look like? What sense of security would you receive from that? What would your life look like, right? Because this 10 of Hazards is really talking about, you know what, these people don't have a care in the world. They've got Lucy, their dog, here. They've got a set of servants. Like, these people are well off, right? So what would your life look like? Envision it. Feel it, right? What is that going to look like for you? It's probably going to be you're paying down your debt. It's probably going to be like you're helping your mom, your dad, your family, you know, if you were given a lump sum. Maybe not. Maybe you're going to give back to some organization that you really feel. Maybe you're just going to, that's fine. You're going to take it all for yourself. You're going to pay down your debt. You're going to get a mansion or two. You're going to get a business started. You're going to invest it. However that looks like for you, feel it. What does it feel like, right? 6 of Wands, obviously the word victorious. I feel like this is saying leave no room in your mind of failure. Have total trust in you achieving this victory, this money, this sense of relief from financial debt. Because that's what I'm feeling strongly. Financial burden is what I'm feeling, right? But leave no room. Leave no room for doubt. Have total faith in the possibility, in the fact that you will achieve this, right? Sorry, I'm just reading because it's like a newspaper, so I'm just reading the newspaper. Yeah, so this is just saying, because it's obviously it's a zombie tarot deck, so this is just saying that the humans or the undead were victorious in beating the zombies. So just reading it anyway. And the last card, that can help with the breakthrough is the Knight of Hazards. The Knight of Hazards, the Knight of Pentacles. So let me just look at the card and see. So the Knight of Hazards is a very careful knight. It's a very thought out, calculated knight, right? He's planning in the traditional tarot. He's planning on what to do with that pentacle, with that coin, because he wants the most return for his money that he's investing, that he's planting. But here, this knight is kind of stuck to his car. He's crashed. It ain't looking too good for him. So let me see. So I just sense that he's kind of stuck to, his material possessions, right? Maybe he's worked very hard, and he's gotten himself to a place where he's allowed himself to build his financial, situation, but it's kind of like, this is what happens when you focus on the maybe the focus is on, how do I word this? Because the message that I'm receiving, right, is he worked hard. He got a lot of return for his money. He got himself out of this rut, but he was still stuck to his material possessions. And he didn't see what was important in life. He didn't see what really mattered. And possibly he still doesn't. It's still a possibility, He's stuck, like I said, because he's handcuffed. He's stuck to his material possessions, and he's kind of like, money for some can get a lot of financial, burden relieved. But if you look to money to solve all of your issues and to resolve everything, maybe you lose sight of what's really important, And so I feel like the message is how to break through is, envision what it is that you want, have goals, have the utmost faith and trust in the divine, that it's always working for you. It's always, working to give you what it is that is in your vortex, as Abraham Hicks says. So the life that you want to live or expect to live, it's working to give you that. Now, this can be conscious or unconscious. You can sit here and say, like, I'm just a poor loser, and that's exactly what you're going to get, So it's always working to give you what's in your vortex. And I feel like this is here saying, like, don't lose sight of what is important. Yes, money is important to get you, the ability to trade, this money for things that you want and need, necessity. But don't get caught up in money, and just don't get caught up in money, because it's not what really truly matters in life. And so, okay, so the overall energy again is the healer of the ages. And so, how does this tie in? How does this tie in? I feel like this is Jesus. I feel like this is Jesus saying, don't lose hope. Don't lose faith. Trust in yourself. Trust in the divine. In order for you to really get to a place where you're, truly faithful, there's a lot of conditional beliefs that have to be kind of rewired. And so I feel like he's saying, take the time, don't rush your healing process to rewire those beliefs. But he's also saying, like, we're always here for you. The divine is always here for you. We're always here within you. Should you need to talk to us, never hesitate to ask for anything, for help. And, this can also mean very literally you might need help. So go and get some Reiki done. Go and get some energy work done, some tuning forks, some, sound therapy and all of that stuff to kind of assist you, And I feel like he's sending a lot of love and a lot of, love and happiness and abundance your way. And so are you going to allow yourself to receive that is the question. And I think that's it. Which is kind of awesome. Thank you. Kind of awesome message. So yeah, are you willing to allow yourself to receive that? Like, get out of your own way is kind of like the overall message. But I know how hard that can be. Trust me. It's still something that, of course we all struggle with it, but you can do it. Visualize, think of yourself as victorious, that you've got it already, and don't lose sight of what's important. Don't lose sight of, love and, the greatest gift that you can give to others is love, and don't lose sight of that either, So anyway, there we go. Your breakthrough weekly forecast. Let me know in the comments if you guys liked this style of reading, because I think that I want to keep doing that to allow others to or help others on their journey and their breakthrough journey and stuff like that. So, all right, I've been babbling. It's time to go. I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.